all that he was there and talking. And after that, you've seen a bunch of it. You've seen various people react differently to it. So Modi was very open, Kejriwal was very open, Chidambaram was a little sort of guarded about it. So you've seen different folks react differently to it depending on what their comfort of being able to face consumers is. But it's interesting. I remember the Chidambaram money was like, listen, I'm stepping out of the budget. I don't want to get into a fight with anybody. Please make sure that people who are coming are curated and we've had some level of check before they ask any questions. So we said, fine. So we put industry heavyweights like Anand Mahindra and a couple of others like that. And he said, but listen, we have to have a consumer voice, otherwise it's not really worth it. So he said, okay, fine, one housewife from Bangalore joined. And you should go back and see that hangout. She riddled him. My LPG prices are going up. Can you tell me why? Amongst all the nice political discussions and economic growth discussions that are happening between Anand Mahindra and Chidambaram, this is it. My LPG prices are going up. Please tell me why. And what are you going to do that? And they have to answer this. This is the real user. We have a voice today. The social media is giving us a voice. That's the power of the media. That's the power that the other side of folks need to understand. Whether it's brands, whether it's celebrities, whether it's stakeholders who are holding, places, responsible. You have to stand up and understand that media exists. There's people have a voice, and you need to be able to understand and voice that. Can we go back to that? We've seen a wave of hangouts happening post that, incidentally. And I remember the first few ones, we actually had to train the people. This is how the computer looks. You have to talk into this, not talk into a camera. There is no journalist with a mic. So where will people come and ask me a question? Right there's a ribbon at the bottom. It was a very interesting experience to sort of take some of them through the first few of those. But I remember how, and it's been challenged for everybody. I mean, it's not, I'm talking about the politicians, so no offense meant to any of them. But even like folks who would be massively cool about public interaction, like Shah Rukh Khan. I remember the first hangout we did in India was with him. And he was like, listen, what is this? How do I know who's talking at the bottom of this ribbon? And no, I can't do this. Okay, I'll do this only from my office, in Red Chili's office. And he's like, okay, fine, we'll put the setup over there. And we decided to sort of do it from there. I'm going to be only half an hour. I can't talk to a PC for more than half an hour. And he ended up spending 2.5 hours. Because he just couldn't get over the fact that there were people reacting to what he was saying, and there's some hilarious stuff that he said in that hangout. He didn't realize there was no scripting, because after the first half an hour there was no scripting, it was open flow. And you should hear some of the stuff he said. He's called people things, he's called himself things, and so many others, which all come out the candidate, the candidate. This is another initiative we launched this year. Which is, now the reason we did this was because we realized what the equation on the internet in India was. It was a 70-30 ratio. It doesn't represent really what the actual demographic of the country is. So this is something that we've done now, and it's actually it's a partnership that's happened with a bunch of organizations. Again, we saw the need for this. We saw stories which were coming in where there were Zilla Panchayat leads who were girls who were actually setting up, and they reached out to us saying, listen, I got forward and I got into college and I could see a bunch of these things, or I could make a change because I had access to the internet. I want every girl in my village to understand how to use the internet. And we saw that thing bubbling at that village level. I'm not talking about cities, I'm not talking about tier 2 towns or so, I'm talking about villages. There's this beautiful film that I don't think I have it right now, about this girl who is one of the youngest Zilla Panchayat leads. And she said we had a school whose wall broke, and they tried for 8 months to get it repaired. Nothing happened. Then she took pictures and she put it on Facebook and she made a video and put it on YouTube. And she went to her college and told everybody in the college to like it, share it, etc. And spammed the local zonal commissioner or something. And basically the poor guy got so spammed and all his official email box got so full that he got the wall up in the next 2 months. So, I mean, it works at that level. And I think that's the empowerment that we've seen to sort of bring out. We do the same with businesses, but it's basically about helping businesses get online and see the value of that. Just like I talked about the Tanjore Park, he went online himself. We believe that's the way that you could actually bring a lot of other businesses on and empower them. So there's an entire initiative on getting businesses online. This film, how many of you have seen this? Okay, fantastic. So I will not do it. The front row hasn't seen it. Okay, let me quickly play this, and I'll and